always telling you guys to take responsibility for your own actions. In different words than that. I take zero responsibility for today's hangover. Zero. That is all due to the shot wars. I feel like I am the shot wars champion. If you don't know what I'm talking about, we had a whole Live at the Roxy, a whole World Girl Sunday where we got into shot wars. Which are exactly what they sound like. War that's fought with shots. Jake, don't you pull I had nothing to do with that, LOL. Don't you claim that. Honestly, today though, I had to wake up so early and work that at this point, I'm feeling okay. I am feeling A-okay now. Wasn't feeling great at 7 a.m., but now I'm feeling okay. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Monday, August 23rd. We got a lot to talk about and a short time to do it. I saw Shang-Chi. I have done a couple of reviews with other people, but I always like doing them here on this show because I get to just talk about whatever it is that I want to talk about. And so I really do want to give you guys a non-spoiler review of this awesome movie that I think Marvel has a lot of confidence in, considering this movie's not coming out for another, a week and a half, and the embargo's already lifted. We'll go over Rotten Tomatoes and all of that stuff. And then also I wanted to talk a little bit about, you guys know, I'm a diehard Patriots fan. We got news about Cam Newton today that's really fucking confusing to me, and I'm just not understanding what seemingly is happening here is that he's unvaccinated. I don't want to start rumors because I don't know that for sure, but I'll give you guys my thoughts on that. And then before I get into any of that, I kind of just wanted to go over my Twitter with you. This is what happened today. I look at what's trending on my Twitter, and I don't know what any of the things fucking mean. Trending on my Twitter, Lil Mix Leanne Pinnock just gave birth to twins. I have no idea what that means. Lil Mix Leanne Pinnock just gave birth to twins. What the fuck's that mean? Does that mean that I'm old? Because it might. Then, in music, trending was just Dean. Dean is trending. So I clicked on it. I was like, who the fuck's Dean? No idea. No idea. I think this might be like a K-pop person. I'm not cool. I'm not cool at all. BB's trending. B-I. No fucking idea. It says it has something to do with Marvel, but I have no fucking idea. Just no clue. Butterstable Queen? Butterstable Queen trending. What the fuck's a Butterstable Queen? These are all the things that are trending. How can they? Oh, this thing. You guys are going to make so much fucking fun of me. It says Beyonce and Jay-Z posed with a never-before-seen painting by an artist I've never heard of. I'm going to butcher this. Jean-Michel Basquiat. Clearly is a very famous artist, very rich, very expensive. Basquiat. Basquiat. In a new campaign for Tiffany & Co. I guess people were really upset about this. People are very upset that Beyonce and Jay-Z took a picture in front of a painting that they hadn't shown before, that I guess people had never seen, and they feel like they should have seen before. How you say that? Basquiat? Basquiat? No fucking clue. No fucking clue. All the things that were trending, I was like, listen, phone. You either don't get me or I've just aged out. Y'all know any of these things? Let me know. Oh, really, Roxy? It's pronounced Basquiat. Jimmy Nail says Basquiat. Like a basket? Baskeeat. Oh, okay. Glenn says Michelle Basquiat. Michelle Basquiat. I literally have no idea what this is. Am I some uncultured swine? Maybe. Oh, Janine, my girl. Basquiat. What the fuck's a Basquiat? Sometimes I'm just so ignorant. I don't know shit about art. I can name probably 5 artists ever. Let's try it. Michelangelo. Picasso. Okay, no, I can do better than that. Donatello? Or is that just a Ninja Turtle? No, I'm really trying. I'm really trying. Who else? Who else is there? Oh, who's the guy with the balloon? Lord? Nope. Banks. Banks? I mean, I'm hurting. Can I name a single female artist? Is Michelle one? The girl that you guys just told me about? This is a struggle. And I like to paint. I just know nothing about anybody at all. Oh, Banksy. Thank you, John Bainbridge. Oh, Frida Kahlo. I know Frida Kahlo. Thanks, new guy. All the Ninja Turtles are artists. Oh, Stormy Woods. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so Michelangelo, Donatello, Da Vinci. Oh, Da Vinci, I know. See, I just out myself all the time on this show. I'm like, how dumb can I make myself look? And then I'm like, hold my own beer, but make it tea. That's about all I can get to. Oh, Monet. I know Monet. Okay, so how do you say it again? Now I gotta learn this person. Van Gogh. I know Van Gogh with the ear. Rembrandt. I know Rembrandt. Look at me go. How did you guys say it was? Basquiat. Jackson Pollock. I know Pollock. I like Pollock. See? I know like 10. Mural says Beeple. I don't know Beeple. Basquiat. Isn't that what I'm saying? Basquiat. What is Basquiat? Where does that come from? Was a man, Roxy. Who's a man? Basquiat. It's tough. It's a tough look for your girl today. All right, so just want to let you guys know, just wanted to start by letting you guys know how fucking ignorant when it comes to art I am. But I know a lot more about movies and TV, which bodes well for us considering that's typically what I tend to talk about, including the fact that we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi. So getting your questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Would love to hear from you guys today. The Streamlabs support has been light as a feather since I've been back. Let's see what we can do about that journey today. Starting with Glenn Caesar, the Zenith of Glenn Zens, who says, hello, Roxy, and she says happy Friday, but I don't think he means that because it is Monday. This much I know. Thanks for choosing to hang out with us all today. Peace, bunnies, hugs, and good stuff to you, your dad, Sky, Jet, Grammy Papa, and your family. Be most excellent to yourselves and each other. Roxy and Rockstar's Band because you deserve it. RJ and Rockstar's Band, I hope you keep breathing in and out fully, deeply. Keep internalizing. I love myself. I accept myself. I embrace myself. Begin breaking apart, removing all blockages and constipation, physical or energetic. Yo, you got to get that constipation out. And find balance so you can truly be you. Everyone who shows up to give their support whenever, however they can. Thank you for being a friendly support and pillar of strength for the people around you. Everyone who's battling, keep on fighting. You're a winner. Every win for you is a win for all. I hope you find and do what brings you big smiles and joy and makes you laugh out loud today and each your days, your weeks, your months, and even your years so that you glow in your flow and radiate because you're a priceless treasure and a big necessity. You're fully unique, you're kind, you're caring, being so unselfishly loving the support of others, including whether strangers on the internet or not, makes you humane and worthy. Your story is important, deserves to be seen and heard. We may be candles that burn bright. Ooh, this is new. So, and those all around us in the world, whether nearby us or not, don't have to stay in. Curse the darkness. Congrats, RJ and Rockstar's Band, for whatever success and happiness you've found. Way to be. Ignite the flames of your eternal fire. Thanks, Glenn. I'm going to light those flames. Torch them. Line them up. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. If you want to tell me the names of artists. Oh, he's French Creole. Yeah, PLD, Rox Dreyer, renowned whiteboard artist. Ain't that some shit? Glenn says, brain fart, it feels like it should be Friday. Glenn, you're off by literally a whole week. You know, that wasn't like one of those, well, he called it Tuesday on a Monday. I mean, you called it a Friday. Ooh, we got a whole week to go till we get there, the zenith of Glenn's. Shout out to everybody, Haskell 420, John Bainbridge, PLD, Jimmy Nails, Travis Gilbert, Jake Yacovetta, John Get Bent, Mike the Inquisigator Porter, love that. Efren Guzman, Billy My Girl, Alex Piper Hollowell, Jimmy Nails, Jeremy Miller, not Rick Zamoris, John Perillo, the new guy, Zeno Hour, Stormy Woods, Murderanta. Keep scrolling. Janine Bryce, my girl, G. Smith, and all of the people who are in here right now. Thank you for joining the show. PLD, Yusilu Bonino, Mark Jason Ali, Marjo 32, Cam D'Amelio. Oh, Alex Ross. How could I not have said Alex Ross? Oh, Jack Kirby, Steve Ditko. Duh. Rox, go into your nerdy side. Touch base with your nerddom. Horror's comic book artist. Duh. Fucking blew that one, dude. Take away my nerd card. It's for you. What's up, Lauren? Lauren says, made it. Fuck yeah, you did, Lauren. All right, ask me your questions about Shang-Chi. Let's get started with this. Overall, I want to see how is Shang-Chi. I haven't even checked this yet today. How is Shang-Chi doing on Rotten Tomatoes? I've been curious about this for so long because we saw it a week ago and the people that were in my screening seemed to love it. Wow, is 91% on Rotten Tomatoes. I thought it was going to be high. I did not think it was going to be that high. 91 on the tomato meter with 80 reviews. That is fucking something. Damn. Watch it blow the shit out of the park. Let's see what people are saying about it. Oh, wow. Everybody's giving it a certified fresh. From Digital Spy, from The Independent, from Time Out, from The Atlantic. Everybody with that fresh. Wow. A lot of 4 out of 5s I'm seeing. So what's interesting about it, a lot of people giving it a 4 out of 5, is that would be my rating as well. I would give this a 4 out of 5, or more aptly, an 8 out of 10. I think that this is a really, really good movie. I think that 85% of the movie is a fucking phenomenal movie. Gangbusters. Can't wait to watch it again. Action sequence packed. Excellent directing. Just really, really strong cast across the board. Simu Liu obviously being the dream of all dreams, but everybody, Tony and Aquafina, and just every single person, phenomenal cast. Really intricate storyline with familial relationships that were beautiful and poignant, and you want to know more about and deep, and not just the surface level bullshit that we could have seen. So all of those things, I was just like, yes. Destin Daniel Cretton did a really good job. I really like Just Mercy. I didn't see Short Term 12, but I heard great things about it. And overall, I was so happy with this film. There is about 15% of this film, and it happens all at once, that I was not stoked about. And I don't focus on it. I've done a couple of reviews, and one of them I majorly focused on it. And The World Girls, I didn't talk about it that much, just a little at the end. But at some point in this, and by the way, this is a non-spoiler review, we get to CG, the CG of all CGs, and it was the same reason why Wonder Woman got knocked down a peg for me, or a lot of these big franchise superhero movies where I'm incredibly invested in the characters. You've got me to fall in love with the storylines, and then it's almost like we take a pause from what it is that we're doing and just go into like full-blown CG mode with things that I don't care about at all. And then we come back to the characters that I care about, and we're back in. And so it's like this deviated for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, where I was like, why? No. What fucking studio head exec gave this note that they needed to add this shit? No, no, no. I want. Could I sound more bratty? No, no, no. And by no means did it ruin the movie for me. By no means did it make it so it's not a good movie. It's still a really great movie. But it did certainly bring it down from a perfect movie to a very good movie. If it wasn't for all of that, I don't even know if I would be able to point out any flaws in this. I love the way that the powers are depicted. I love the way that you guys have seen in photos the rings on the arms, but I love that. I loved the color palette that they went with, and the cinematography was just so wildly bomb.com. It was ridiculous. So overall, I think this is a huge win for Marvel. It's a huge win for an origin story. It's a huge win for the Asian community. It's a huge win for Simu Liu, who's going to be a star among stars. I mean, he is like to me, he is the next big thing. He's already a big thing, but he's the next A-list huge thing. And oh God, when we get to see his body, yes, please sign me up. Yes, yes, yes. All of that. Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts about Shang-Chi. Ask me. I can try to, without spoiling things, ask me any questions that you have or things that you want to know. Would love to hear from you guys. Let's see what's going on in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Big shout out to Curtis Mason for coming through for me right now. Thank you. I really appreciate that support. He said, just wanted to show some love. I haven't been able to catch many of the shows live lately. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, Roxy. Yeah, I think a lot of people haven't been able to catch them live lately. It's making me debate whether I should try to change the time of my show or sometimes change the time of my show, because a lot of people are back at work, which is a really good thing. Hopefully people being back at work leads to you guys being happier, more, and making more money and going on more vacations and supporting Live at the Roxy and all those good things. So I'm glad to hear that people, if they can't watch during the day, it's because they're busy. And I'm glad to hear that any of you guys are busy. Thank you to my amazing mod, Jake Yakavetta, for putting this link in the chat. I appreciate you. So in general, those are my thoughts on Shang-Chi. I'm so excited. The biggest takeaway for me was that I love this character, even more so than the movie or the storyline in this movie. I love Shang-Chi, and I can't wait to see the dynamic between Shang-Chi and the rest of whatever Marvel characters they end up putting him with, or whatever the next movie is, or whatever the next thing he does. Whatever their plan is for Shang-Chi, sign me up, because the character has me completely sold. I also really liked what they did with Aquafina in this movie, and I appreciated that Aquafina was like full-blown leading lady in this film. What we've seen her from in the past is she's much more quirky or, sometimes goofier. And in this, she was like, she had those elements, but she was full-blown like leading lady. And I love seeing that from her. And I thought that was a really smart choice. Yeah. And their chemistry, their dynamic is really cool. And I think that they thought a lot about what to do with them. And I really like the route that they went in this film. Questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Get in your thoughts. In the chat, you guys are asking about soundtrack a little bit. Alex Piper is. The soundtrack was excellent. The thing that a soundtrack can do the most for me is not be distracting or baseline. That's what you want. And not only was it not distracting, but it definitely added to the story. I happen to really like the majority of Marvel, DC, Star Wars. I think that they have some of the best soundtracks ever. So I can't remember a time in which the soundtrack in one of these movies was like whack to me. This was really great. And I'm pretty sure they used the same composer that they used in Short Term 12 and in Just Mercy. So clearly they like to all work together. I think that there's a bunch of people who worked on those films that worked on this as well, which was really cool. Brandy says, I love Aquafina. Yeah, I love Aquafina in general, and then I love Aquafina even more after this movie. So yes, if you have any other questions, comments, concerns, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. As I move forward, I'm going to move off of Shang-Chi unless you guys have any more questions that you want to send in. The other thing that I want to talk about before I got out of here today is Cam Newton. This is kind of fucking weird. I have not been really following preseason that much, just a little bit, enough to know the basics of what's going on. And I know that it's a weird time and there are strange protocols around everything with COVID, but the Patriots announced today that Cam Newton, if you're not a football fan, he is our QB, our quarterback, that he will be out for the next 5 days as required by the NFL, quote, due to a misunderstanding about tests conducted away from NFL facilities, end quote. I don't know if we can call it a misunderstanding because from what we know based on the NFL rules, only unvaccinated players are subject to daily testing. And this indicates that he did not have daily testing. He's been asked about if he was vaccinated and he declined to answer. And so I feel like it's very likely that Cam Newton is not vaccinated, which just seems, because they're the only ones who have travel restricted and any of these rules, it just seems, and that is not confirmed. That is my take on this situation. It just seems egregious to me. I don't understand at this point. Now, I do get, a lot of my Black friends have told me that vaccinations are very different for them because the history with vaccinations in the past and being tested on as a Black person and what that means and the history around vaccinations and the scare and the level of scared, how some of my Black friends are incredibly afraid. Some of my non-Black friends are also incredibly afraid of the vaccination, but that they feel like because they have been jerked around so much in the past and had to be tested on for vaccinations, that they are more nervous for this vaccination. And so I have tried to be more understanding of certain people, not just Black people, but also people who have phobias of needles and people who have health issues. And of course, people who are under the age that they can get vaccinated, or people who have kids and all of that. So I am trying to not be how I was last year, which is just like, everybody shut the fuck up and get vaccinated. But at the same time, in my soul of souls, that's how I feel. I feel like everybody needs to do their fucking part. We all need to get vaccinated if we are eligible to get vaccinated, which he certainly probably, I said certainly probably because I was going to say certainly is. I'm not his doctor though, but I have a really hard time believing that Cam Newton is not eligible for a vaccination. Stormy Woods points out in here that he had COVID last season. Yes, he did, but that doesn't last forever. People can get COVID twice. And yeah, I just don't get people who are more afraid of the vaccination than they are of the virus. Just so frustrating. Just so frustrating. And this is going to really fuck up preseason for the Patriots and for him. But he's going to be the one who suffers the most, and that sucks. So just bizarro that people still at this point just don't believe in science. I'm not saying Cam Newton's somebody who doesn't believe in science, but anybody who's not getting vaccinated right now, I have to question whether they do or don't. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs says, Roxy, it feels like it was or should be Friday. I meant last Friday, not next. I mean, time travel is cool, but not enough to skip almost a week. LOL. Anyhow, I was coming out of a meditation, therefore probably really high when I typed those Streamlabs. No worries, Glenn. You do you, babe. A new guy in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer says, if someone from any Academy Award category had to be nominated for this film, who would it be, in front or behind the camera? I mean, that's a really good question. I feel like if we were going to nominate somebody for this film, I don't think that this film is going to get nominated for anything in front of the camera because it's just not that type of Academy movie. But with the way the Academy has been going recently, I do think that I don't think it's going to get it, but Bill Pope, who is the cinematographer, Doreena's like obsessed with him, and I understand why. He made this look so awesome. He did The Matrix, he did Jungle Book, he did Baby Driver, he did a ton of other stuff. He is excellent, and the cinematography in this is like mind-blowingly good. So I guess that would be my answer, but like in my heart of hearts, it's Simu Liu, nominated for everything. Nominate him for everything. In the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stone fanboy says, Roxy, excited about Shang-Chi. I want to see it, but not just ready to head back to theaters with everything going on. Totally get that. Hopefully, I will check it out one day. As usual, hoping to see you in a future Star Wars and Frozen and Carbonite. Take it easy. I completely understand people who don't feel comfortable going to the theaters yet. I believe that this is in a month and a half going to be, after it drops in theaters, a month and a half later, it's going to be on Disney Plus, I think 45 days later. I know that sounds like a long time to wait, but if you are not comfortable going to theaters, either try to maybe go in an off time, that's, wait a week or two to go see it and then try to go in the daytime, or wait until it's at home. I think that while I really hope that anybody who does feel comfortable and is fully vaxxed and is not in a egregious at risk position, I hope that they go and support this, because especially with an all Asian cast, we really want to do our part to support this film. But I completely understand anybody who's uncomfortable doing so. All of these movies are putting us in weird conundrums right now in interesting positions. I'm glad this one was released in theaters at least, so it does have the opportunity to make some money. I hope it does well in the box office. But if you do not feel comfortable, it is more than your prerogative to stay at home and wait. And it's not that long to wait. So I completely get it. And thank you for sharing, Stone Fanboy. You are not the only one who feels that way. Tons of people feel that way. And for good reason. We're on the uptick again. I'm about ready. I don't know when you guys, I'm 2 months away from getting my booster, I think. So fucking crazy. Glenn says waiting for it on Disney Plus. Yeah, Jeremy says I can wait the 45 days if theaters aren't safe. Jake says I'm waiting 45 days. Zeno Hour says I would love to support it theatrical, but I can't right now. I totally get it. Anthony Strader says, anyone think we're going to get the trailer for No Way Home today? Oh, I hadn't even thought about it, but were we supposed to? I don't think we drop on the same day that the reviews for Shang-Chi were dropped, unless they announced that already. Brandy says, I'm waiting. Calvin says theaters are 100% safe in my opinion. So the thing about opinions here, Calvin, is that it's not really an opinion thing if theaters are 100% safe or not. Scientifically speaking, what's 100% safe, and not even 100% safe, because if you have to get groceries delivered or whatever, but is staying home. And everything after that is not 100% safe. That's the truth about there being a major virus out there. And so, Calvin, while you might feel 100% okay going to a movie theater, and at this point, I feel pretty good going to a movie theater too. I have at-home tests that I'm taking. I am vaccinated. Everybody around me is vaccinated. I'm only going to the movie theaters where they're at 25% capacity or less. While I also feel okay doing that, I would never recommend anybody else do that if they didn't feel safe with it, because it's not 100% safe. And so that's not really an opinion. The facts are that it's not 100% safe. But neither is going to work right now. Neither is going to the grocery store. Neither is going to a friend's house, Murderana says Sony's CinemaCon presentation is today. Trailers expected. Oh, whoa. Joe Rose says, I want to support this film due to its all Asian cast, but things are still a bit nuts down here in the South. I'm excited about this film and want it to do well. Yeah, totally. I know. I get it. I totally get it. It's a tough conundrum. And Disney has to know that if this film financially doesn't do as well, but critically does, that it's bullshit for them to look at the finances only on this. They have to know that. No Spider-Man trailer today, says John. Glenn says it'll probably drop tonight or tomorrow. I'll be on the lookout then, and we'll certainly be talking about it ASAP. Steve Cauldron says I'm seeing Shang-Chi on opening day. Cool. That's great. All right. Well, much love to all of you guys. It seems like that was all your questions, comments, concerns. So I'm going to GTFO, get the fuck out. I appreciate you guys listening to me bitch about this Cam Newton situation, which is so frustrating. I appreciate you listening to me talk all about Shang-Chi, which is so not frustrating and so great. And also having me be an ignorant person with art and an old person with Twitter. So that's, as I say, the way the cookie crumbles, ? Shout out to everybody who's in here live, getting those last minute Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Shout out to Jeremy Miller, John Perillo, John Eugene, Johnny, a lot of Johns, Johnny Canavese, Ben Chan, French Taunter, Alex Piper Hallowell, Glenn Caesar, Steve Cauldron, Murderanta, Joe Rowe, Anthony Strader, Scott Welsh, Travis Gilbert, Mark Jason Ali, Calvin Patel, Not Rick Morris, my girl Brandy, Jake Yakavetta. Keep scrolling. Stormy Woods, keep scrolling. Hey, what's up, Simply Emily? Appreciate you. Vicious Ocean, Canny Games Center. All of the people, Sir Joker 40, Christian Hardesty. What's up, Christian? All my people coming through. Scheming for Sriracha. What an epic name. You don't have to scheme too hard. You could just... Janine Bryce. Oh, my girl's still here. Janine the Machine. Fuck yeah. Mojo Jojo. Oh, I love me some Mojo Jojo. Marjo. And everyone else who stopped by today. I really appreciate you guys being here. I'll be back tomorrow. Live at the Roxy around 1 o'clock. Before that, I'm going to be doing SEN live at 10 a.m. And then tomorrow night, I'm going to be seeing Candyman. So Wednesday morning, the World Girls are going to do a review for that. That's just a couple things on the horizon, but always so much more. If you're curious what I've got going on, I always tweet about it. So follow me at Roxy Stryer. Wow, that's the first time I've plugged my socials in a long time. I think most of you guys are already there. Much love, friends. Stay safe, stay sane. Don't Trump with the Holocaust. Brett Miles Jonathan, the rest of the cops who killed Brown and Taylor. Put down your toilet seat and live. We don't want those flumes. Make sure that you check your internet. You can do so by blowing on it. Make your bed. And I will see you guys tomorrow live at the Roxy. Later.